Now, you know, Joe has trained with us a few times, and I've seen Joe around on the fight scene, training and stuff like that. His, this is the second fight with Joe Baker and Justin Walker, right?
Okay.
First fight ended in, I think, 11 seconds, head kick knockout. Joe Joe at the time had a problem with like keeping his hands up for kicks, you know what I mean? So since then he's joined Jeff City Boxing. He's joined multiple gyms just trying to get ready for this fight, this rematch. It left such a bad taste in his mouth that he wanted a rematch.
I want to get one with my glasses off.
And his opponent fighting out of our white corner, Justin Walter!
Shall I be afraid?
But
when the wicked, even mine enemies and my foes came upon me, they stumbled and fell. Though a host should encamp against me, my heart shall not fear. The war should rise against me. In this, I will.
Now, when you have a rematch like this, there's several factors that go into it. Does the guy that won last time feel like this is going to be an easy win once again? Will he take it seriously? Will he train as hard? You know what I mean? Or does he think that the same way he won last time, will it work this time?
No.
And
normally it doesn't.
Normally it doesn't. And when it comes to Joe Baker, I've seen him training, and I don't think it'll be the same result this time.
All things are possible. When my desire aligns with the divine, I am unstoppable. In this, I will be confident. Of course, the climb is hard.
Justin Walters fighting out of Lee's Kickboxing Academy. He wants to dedicate this fight to his deceased sister.
And I heard you say Jeff City. That's Jeremy Voiles.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Coach Jeremy's a monster.
He is.
Hey, he trains. He's one of the big ones in all of everything that I'm involved with. And he's a great friend of mine, by the way. And like I said, I've always a lot of the times I'm involved with him is with pro boxing.
And
Okay.
you see him in Joe's corner.
Yeah, Jeremy is a monster.
185-pound weight class. Introducing first, fighting out of our black corner. This professional weighed in at 183.4 pounds. He represents
Shout out to our
JC
ring girl.
Boxing. Put your hands together for Joe Baker!
See him over there smiling at us.
Fighting out of our white corner. This professional
my man right there.
weighed in at 182.6
Yeah, I love
pounds.
Jeremy.
He represents Lee's
My guy.
Kickboxing
Pretty awesome dude.
Academy.
Yep.
It's Justin Walter!
There's not a lot of trainers that really have the kind of international experience that man has. I mean, he's been around the world.
And so the way martial arts lineages work, the person that trained you is the Grand Master. So Jeremy Voiles would technically be the Grand Master of Triumph Combat.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yes.
Here we go. We're right into the action immediately here.
Already we're having a longer fight than their first fight. Last fight was 7 seconds, 7 to 11 seconds, I think. This one's already over 15. Joe's definitely keeping his hands up. He's definitely not about to try to get taken out by another leg kick.
Yeah, these guys both look amped for this, pumped.
Ooh, those kicks sound off so well in this.
They really do.
Yeah.
This venue's interesting. It's a very nice place. I love this place. I'd come here any chance I had.
Yeah.
If nothing else, just for the chicken.
Yeah.
Definitely for the fights.
The chicken and the drinks. The drinks are strong. They don't try to kill you out for some house bourbon. Yeah. It's a great place. This fight has already lasted 3 to 4
times as long.
Yeah.
It's a partially
Justin's
blocked
still
high
trying to
kick
get that
there.
head kick off. Oh, Joe with a check hook there. So it's like conventional versus southpaw.
Yeah, so Joe's trying to redeem himself
He
here.
is. He's determined, man. But we saw it, like when we cross-trained him, we saw it. Rounds that he would normally drop or give up or not
pushing forward.
Yeah, he's
pushing forward.
He's still going. Now, the one thing that I advise when I coach people is to stop this hand dancing, this hand stuff where you wave it back and forth, away from your face, up to your face, away from your face. If you look at Joe's left hand, it's down by his chest, up above his head, down by his chest. Like, I don't advise that. I don't like it. It's a bad habit.
Well, it lets someone set up timing on you, too. Because they watch you do it. They do something, they watch, you know, like you said, bait him into something or lead him into something.
And I've seen Joe train, and I've seen him train over and over and over and over and over again for that head kick. So I don't think that head kick is going to do Justin Walters any good, even though he keeps throwing it. I don't think that head kick is going to be another knockout. I don't think it'll be. See,
he's throwing it up there though.
Yep. And he's
got to keep his hands up though, because if he catches it flush on the side of the jaw, it will put him down.
And you know what, Joe's just like, yeah, you keep throwing, I'm just going to keep blocking it, bro.
Well, you know, also being a USA boxing coach for several years, you know, it's like you keep your hands up. I don't care why. A lot of fighters will still, I got kickboxers and MMA guys that will come out, and I watch them, and they keep their hands down, ride them low. And it's like, okay, you'll do that until you get your head knocked off, and then you'll know not to do that. But you can't tell them that and be hateful about it or be, you know, they're going to do what they're going to do. And sometimes you got to learn by experience.
Some lessons you can only learn from failure. Shout out to our ring girls, man. Best ring girls in the business.
So you think Joe learned the lesson from last time about the head kick?
Justin Walters, their last fight threw one head kick, and it was
well. Also working with Coach Boyles, I'm sure I'm sure they went back and looked at that and trained about that and discussed this over and over and over again. All right.
Joe Baker looking like the freshman
round
fighter.
2.
Justin Walters covered in sweat. Joe Baker not as glistening. Not as much sweat on his body.
Nice combinations by both guys.
Yeah.
They're not being shy in this bout, though.
Not. Hey, you know what's funny is I've seen these guys hang out outside of here and be like friendly, like not
that's interesting.
Past friendly, past cordial, like really like real good friends. And
that's interesting.
They are throwing with bad intent in them. Justin is really trying to knock Joe out with a head kick.
Looks like his mouth's open a little bit.
Who, Justin or Joe?
Justin.
Yeah.
Looks like he's fighting with his mouth open a little, like he's starting to suck a little bit of air.
Well, his last fight with one of my teammates, Cam, he spit out his mouthpiece.
Oh, yeah.
Times.
Okay. Yeah.
Like the first round, his nose was broke, and credit to Justin, his nose was broke in round 1, and he fought 4 more rounds with a broken nose.
That's tough.
Just every now and then when he got wobbled, he just spit his mouthpiece out, get a standing 8, recuperate a little bit.
And then carry on.
Yep.
So, sometimes you'll get penalized for that. I've even seen disqualifications over spitting the mouthpiece out.
I've seen it recently because I've only seen a lot of fights recently that were like, hey, what are we supposed to do if this guy keeps spitting his mouthpiece out trying to get 10, 12 seconds to recuperate?
Well, they'll disqualify you eventually.
Yeah.
You'll get pointed probably, and then you're done.
Well, my last kickboxing fight, my opponent spit his mouthpiece out 12 times before a point was taken. So
that's not the greatest referee in there. If that's the case. He's still going for that head kick. He really is.
Trying to land the head kick.
He wants to land that.
When you know the thing, the consequence of success is if you do something and it works. The minute it doesn't work, it's like, oh man, why isn't this working? I think he's knocked out or at least wobbled a lot of people with head kicks. And he just wonders, okay, well, I knocked this guy out with a head kick last time. Why ain't it working this time?
Couple nice body kicks there.
And Joe's just not having it. He's like, okay, I got knocked out in 7 seconds. Like, you're not going to knock me out in 7 seconds again, and you're not going to knock me out with a head kick. So Joe's fighting off sheer determination, because if you look at both of them, they're both bright red and they're both tired. It's a lot of body work. When somebody's tired and you start punishing the body, it makes it harder to bring that breath in. And Joe is not only saying, hey, I don't care if I can't breathe. I'm going to keep fighting and I'm going to keep swinging back. But this fight is going to continue.
Well, like I said, it seems to me that Joe is on a mission of redemption here to make up for that quick knockout in that other fight.
Yeah. And as far as I'm concerned, Joe's redeemed himself, because he went from 7 seconds to the third round. And he's going to keep going forward. I can see it in his face that he's going to keep going forward and fighting. It's like I said, a good coach will turn anybody into a decent fighter. You know what I mean? And Johnny Bulls is an amazing coach.
Absolutely.
So he turned somebody that was a mediocre, okay fighter to somebody that's like good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've been watching him work with professional boxers and amateur boxers for years. And I've always been impressed with him. He's always been a great guy to me, treated me wonderful. And I've always had really good interactions with him. We've lost some mutual friends in the past.
Yeah.
Deshaun Ross being one of them over in Louisville. And several others. We've lost several people out of Louisville in the last 5 years or so. So, you know, we have that to comfort each other and to remind each other that, you know, we're all brothers and this is a fight community and we always stand up for each other.
And just to clarify from earlier, because I feel like I didn't get to finish, Justin wanted to dedicate this fight to his deceased sister. She passed away by OD.
Oh, wow.
He said she was the first person to say, hey, what are you doing lifting weights, man? Like, what are you doing just thinking you're just going to get big and swole? Like, why don't you do something with this fight thing that you love so much? He said she was the first person to believe in him. She's the reason. Her belief is the reason that he does this.
Oh, wow.
And every win, every time he goes out there, Justin's never given up in a fight. If he's conscious, he's still moving. He says she's the reason for all that.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yep, Shelby McIntosh is her name. And
shout out to Shelby.
Every time he fights, that's the first thing on his mind. He's ready to go.
That's awesome to hear, yeah. And like I said, that'll really light a fire up underneath you, man.
Yeah.
And it'll give you a reason to get out here and really exert yourself.
And, you know, if you look at Justin, you can tell he can't breathe very well. He's gassed, he's tired, but there's no quit in his eyes. Like
he's a juggernaut.
Yeah.
That's the word. Is a juggernaut.
Like you'll see his chest raise and fall. You'll see his mouth open. You see him take deep breaths. He can't breathe. He's suffocating in there. But in his eyes, you can still see the will and the determination to continue this fight.
Ooh.
And I think
well-placed
right now,
kick to the body there too.
Right now, it's hard. Like with the judging, it's hard to decide.
This is a great fight. These guys are really going at it, and these are big, strong dudes.
They are, man.
These ain't little 125-pounders at all. These guys are really going at it, and they're brawling. They're beating the bejesus out of each other.
Minute and a half, Joe. Minute and a half.
Listen to the crowd.
Yeah.
You know it's a good fight when the crowd really weighs in like this. And you could hear the vocalization from the crowd, not only the corners, but from the crowd.
Well, both men taking deep breaths.
And of course, here we are. We're up here commentating, and we're drawn into this. It's like I can't take my eyes off the ring.
Yeah, you know, honestly, some of my teammates fought tonight, and normally when they fight, my voice is gone for the next week. Because I'm in the crowd.
Well, you're up here being calm and controlled tonight.
Yeah, I don't want to shout nobody's ear.
No, you could party afterwards for sure. This has been a really good fight.
It has. It's two game in shape dudes that are swinging hard, trying to finish this fight.
For the volume that both of them have been putting out, I mean, I would have thought it would have slowed down, and it hasn't.
No, it has not.
Look, they're still swinging for the fences. It's been like that bell to bell for the whole fight. I'm actually very impressed by their output.
Yep.
Ooh, nice combination there from Walters. Missed that high head kick. Joe pushing him in the corner, pouring it on right there at the very end. Look at that. Look at the excitement, man.
I want to point out, these are two
awesome.
pros, but they're both donating their purses to charity.
Oh, man.
So neither one of these guys is actually getting paid for this fight tonight.
I've been impressed by a lot of things tonight, and that's another one to be impressed about. That's another thing to be impressed about.
Yep.
Like I said, OniFights has been really putting on some great shows, man. This is the third one, and I don't see it going anywhere but up, up, up. Damon and I were talking earlier, and he said this is getting ready to blow up. And he told me I was part of the family, which was awesome. That's great to hear, man. I really do enjoy this. I've been super excited about this since I found out I was coming to do it. I mean,
you know what? Before my first show, they was like, "How much you charge to commentate?" I said, "Charge? What? You want me to watch fights and just talk? Free, $3.99." How you go, Joe? How you go? Woo!
Look up there dancing. He had enough energy to dance. That's awesome. We have another candidate here for Fight of the Night.
Yeah.
We got about 4 at least right now.
3 or 4, yeah. So, to me, so far, it's still Keon Perry and Handler.
2 rounds.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
One hell of a fight, man. I wish these would both win, but as we know, there can be only one winner. And your winner by way of unanimous.
Unanimous.
Fighting out of the
I would have expected a split.
right corner, Justin Walter.
I'm not mad at that.
Joe's happy because he didn't get knocked out.
Yeah.
So, and it was a very competitive fight. They say unanimous. I want to say that had to have been a split.
I think a split would have been more appropriate. I could see one judge giving it to Joe for sure.